the word guy.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I've been getting asked, not so much on YouTube, but more in person and other places, does fill in the blank bird make a good pet, or what birds make good pets? So I decided today I would make a video talking about which birds would make good pets, which don't. First off, if you're like a beginner, maybe doing a hobby farm, I would absolutely recommend chickens and ducks. They don't need a whole lot of room to keep them in. They're pretty low maintenance. I'm here with my duck. I really do like ducks. They're very docile creatures. I mean, they'll sit here and eat out of my hand. They're very docile. Then with those and chickens, both very docile creatures, easy to keep, low maintenance, and the work to reward ratio is pretty high. Like you don't do a whole lot of work to keep up with them, and they lay eggs pretty consistently, and they're just fun to have around. And a step up from that are your geese and your turkeys and your peacocks. Now, if you do like maybe an urban farm, like a small farm in your backyard, maybe not the best because they're loud and they're messy. Geese, for one, a lot of people have geese, but geese are known to be kind of territorial. Mine here, Nemo, he does pretty well. He's fine, but he's also on his own. He doesn't have any females to worry about. He's not very territorial. But we have some in the past that can be kind of territorial, kind of be mean. So if you're frightened of birds, probably would not recommend geese. And with turkeys and peacocks, they're very low maintenance and they're beautiful birds to look at. But the reason I would not recommend those is that they're very accident prone. We've had turkeys and peacocks in the past, and they die in very bizarre ways. Like the last peacock we had, my dad was snaking the sewer system out, and he left it open for a little while to go do something else, and our peacock literally just fell in and drowned. Like they're beautiful birds, but they die very easily. They're accident prone. But they can also be real loud and messy. So if you don't want to deal with a lot, I wouldn't recommend those. But you know, if you're a little more dedicated bird farmer, they're great birds to have. You just have to work around it. Now, a step up from that would be your larger birds like ostriches, rheas, emus. And from an economic standpoint, they do take a little bit more money to get going. But they also, their eggs, and even when they're adults, they sell for a lot more money. They sell for several hundred, thousands of dollars when they're older. But they do take a little bit more money. I personally have never raised rheas or ostriches. But as far as rheas go, I would not recommend at all. They're very territorial. They've been known to hurt people. Ostriches aren't quite as bad. They're a little more territorial than, say, emus, but they're not too bad. And emus, if you're looking for larger birds, I would recommend emus. You know, they can be territorial, but if you're respectful of them, you give them their space, then they won't really hurt you. They're very gentle. They're very gentle birds. I mean, I've raised these since they were babies, so they know me. They'll just let me walk up to them and pet them. Now, the thing with emus, ostriches, rheas that make people nervous is you can see down here at their feet, they have this long center toe, which is it is very sharp, and they have been known to hurt people. I mean, I've known of people that had to go get stitches because they've been cut. But if you're respectful and you give them their space, you don't try to force them to do anything they don't want. They're real gentle. They're kind. But as far as the big birds go, yeah, emus I would recommend. If you have a lot more room, emus don't need a ton of room, but they still need room to roam around. If you have a little backyard farm, maybe don't get emus. But right now, I mean, we have them on about 3 acres now, and this is way more than they could ever need. 3 emus could probably go on half an acre, and they would be just fine. But they are very sweet birds. But if you're considering any type of birds, Obviously, yes, I would start with the smaller ones, like ducks and chickens. They're very easy to keep, low maintenance, a lot of reward. And if you want to go up from there, you can go into geese or turkeys, a little bit more higher maintenance, but maybe need a little bit more room. But again, great birds. And then if you're real dedicated, you want to put in the work, then yes, you can go into the larger birds, the emus and ostriches. Again, would not recommend rheas, but they do require a little bit more work. Emus, for instance, do not become mature enough to lay eggs until they're about 2 years old. So it's something you have to be dedicated to, something you have to put your time into. And even when they do lay, especially if you have a big pasture, they tend to lay in the corners of the pasture. So, for example, this pasture is 3 acres. So the fence line for this pasture is very long. So in about a year's time, when they get old enough to start laying eggs, I'm going to have to get a four-wheeler side by side, and every morning I'm going to ride this fence line. They obviously eat a lot more than chickens or ducks because they're 25 times the size. But they are a great investment. They bring a lot of money if you're looking to sell them. They're just cool birds overall. Not many people have them. But any questions, you can comment and I will get back to you. But these are the types of birds that I would and would not recommend for pets. Be sure to like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.